This is Akashvani Chennai. We feature an interview titled The Digital Apothecary. Historically, pharmacology was rooted in empiricism, with therapeutic interventions reliant on botanical extracts and serendipitous discovery. The modern era is defined by rational drug design, receptor-targeted pharmacodynamics. Prospectively, the discipline is poised for a transformative shift towards precision pharmacotherapy to AI-accelerated molecular docking. This trajectory promises enhanced therapeutic index and patient-specific efficacy. To know more on this, we have with us Dr.S.Sadish Kumar, Professor and Director, ITS College of Pharmacy, Ghaziabad. So we're very happy to have you here with us today. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah, pleasure is mine.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, when we're talking about pharmacy, we all know that the medicines started from plants in those days. And how did pharmacy rely on natural remedies in the past?
Well, for centuries, pharmacy depended on plant-based and marine-based remedies in the past. Ayurveda, Unani, traditional Chinese medicine, and folklore medicine used herbs like frankincense for asthma, cinchona for malaria, you might have heard digitalis for heart conditions, and turmeric for inflammation, well-known one. Marine drugs, in addition to that, it is renewable and eco-friendly. They are used for cancer treatment.
Okay.
The strengths were accessibility and low cost. The limitations were lack of standardization. Modern pharmacy addressed these issues by extracting plant materials with various organic solvents, isolating active compounds, and characterizing using spectral methods. Various spectral approaches are there, and running clinical trials.
Okay. So how do you now see this in the future, sir? Like the drug discovery was mainly because of serendipity. And do you think AI can replace the role of these natural products in drug discovery?
Yeah. During the World War II, sulfur drugs, antibiotics like sulfur drugs and prontosil were used extensively. And rather, AI replacing the role of natural products in drug discovery, it complements, AI complements natural products in drug discovery. In fact, 40% of approved drugs still trace back to natural product scaffolds. AI is now used to mine medicine databases, predict bioactive compounds in plants and marine products, and optimize extraction process as well. In fact, the future model is hybrid. Hybrid in the sense, it will be used ethnobotanical data to shortlist leads, then apply AI to improve potency, stability, and safety. When we talk about discovery, I would like to emphasize in this area, there are 3 Ds: drug, development, and discovery. Drug receptor interaction for docking, binding affinity between drug and receptor. Drug, of course, pharmaceutical drugs, receptors or the protein-based or which is there in our body. To further explain this, protein dysfunction is the main cause of many diseases. So a medicinal chemist, as I just mentioned, medicinal chemist targets the protein receptors so that the drug can bind on that receptor. It will have better affinity. Based on that affinity, drug-receptor interaction will be better, and that makes the drug effectiveness. Prediction of target protein structure is needed. AI technology develops this protein structure. How? Through AlphaFold, which is used to predict target protein structure and folding and customize them. So this is how that AI plays a vital role in the natural product drug discovery.
Yeah. So you think AI will also help invent newer and faster medicines, sir?
Yes, certainly AI as the tool helps natural products research faster and more reproducible. As I just mentioned, AI is acting as an accelerator across the drug life cycle and patient care. In many ways, as I was telling earlier, drug discovery, models like AlphaFold predict protein structure. Generative AI proposes novel molecules, cutting early stage discovery from years to months.
Okay.
Cost as well, cuts cost a lot. Secondly, diagnostics. AI reads radiology, scans retinal images, and pathology slides faster than humans with high sensitivity for early detection. Thirdly, clinical trials. AI optimizes patient recruitment, monitors adverse events in real time, predicts trial outcomes as well. I mean, first of all, it will recruit the sampling population, then monitor the adverse effects and predicts real trial outcomes as well. Then operational efficiency. In this regard, AI automates hospital scheduling, inventory, and documentation, even freeing clinicians for patient care.
Okay.
As far as operational efficiency is concerned. AI-driven marine trucks. In addition to that, AI-enhanced model fucoiden for tumors, which is used to treat cancer tumors. Very interestingly, we found antiviral activity against, in our research, we investigated on marine algae, right? So we found that the marine algae possessed feline antiviral activity against feline corona and feline herpes virus.
Okay. So is that a fast spread, like that feline thing?
It is, yes, of course. Then, which prompted us to proceed further research. For that, we utilized AI for SARS-CoV-2 now.
Okay. So that helped in some way?
Yes. So it's still we are investigating on that. That particular algae, particular steroidal compound from that algae, which is being investigated for SARS-CoV-2. So hopefully we can expect some good
breakthrough.
Results in that.
Yeah. Now that we've been talking about, AI identifying those protein and how it affects the medicine effects on it and other things. So do you see AI influencing personalization? Because personalization is the key right now. Wherever we go, people ask for those kind of personalization, and especially in healthcare, it has to be personalized, obviously. And how do you see that it will decide the market in the future, sir?
Very good question, ma'am. AI influences personalized medicine. Algorithms analyze genomics and lifestyle data because AI works on data and to suggest individualized treatment plans like patient-specific treatment. That's what we can call it as. It varies from person to person. In addition to that, preventive. AI predicts disease risk before symptoms appear.
Okay.
It predicts very well in advance. Then accessible. AI chatbots and telemedicine extend specialist care to rural areas. So it could access to the nook and corners of the area. Sustainable. AI reduces trial failures and drug cost. So it gives us cost cutting, in fact. First potential FDA approval estimated for the year late 2026 or in 2027. As of now, there are no drugs in the market. Of course, they are in the phase 2 or phase 3 clinical trials. Actually speaking, there are no drugs in the market. Clinical trials, of course, it would take 18 months to 2 years. I mean, 1.5 years to 2 years. So now it will be expected in the end of 2026 or early 2027.
Okay. So that will be like that fast.
Yeah.
So now, how do you see the institutions, like, because you belong to a very prestigious institution, and as a professor or as a teacher, basically, how do you see institutions and universities, should make their students rethink or prepare for the future with these kind of technologies in place?
Yeah, ma'am. In this regard, the council, our council has directed all the universities to implement the new syllabi based on AI. To mention a few, add modules on data literacy, cheminformatics, basic machine learning, and AL ethics. Like link the projects to real data sets and encourage participation, the students' participation in hackathons, which are new initiatives, you might be heard, and IIC activities, Institutions Innovation Council activities. Then build AI plus pharmacy labs, not just computer labs. Like AI should be integrated with pharmacy labs in the days to come. And partnering with industry and hospitals for real data, because the data should be authentic. Right. Only then the AI will give us the apt data result. Embed ethics and regulation. Then training the trainers, like faculty members, must be trained first. Then only they can reach out, they can train their students as well.
Right.
Instead of drug expert, it should be drug plus data plus decision expert. So far, till now, there were drug experts, right? But in the days to come, as we live in this AI era, there should be drug plus data plus decision expert.
So what
Three
does that
Ds.
decision expert do?
Decision. That's what. Whatever the data is given to, fed to AI, that data will be processed. That's called the decision.
Right.
The personalized. We talked about personalized medicine. For this particular person or patient, so that data, whatever the data is fed to that AI, so that will be produced based on the patient. That's what I emphasized on patient-specific treatment.
Yeah.
Then finally, I would like to say in this regard, in this point, pharmacists who can sit between clinicians, data scientists, and regulators to translate that.
Okay.
So these are the things to be observed, to be
In
followed
the future of the syllabus.
in the future,
Yes, sir.
making syllabus.
Sir, would you like to share us some kind of a case study where you've been doing this? Any highlights on it?
Yeah, ma'am. I would like to throw some light on the case study, in the pharma field by various companies. A case study revealed by a popular company. What they did, they reduced unplanned time in their company, unplanned time by 50% through AI. Another leading company also reduced changeover duration by 22% with AI scheduling. So AI helped them in scheduling this changeover timing. A prominent company, the other pharmaceutical company, improved labor productivity by 31% with the AI inspection. So AI inspected their labor productivity and improved 31% in the recent times.
Okay.
So AI software are being used by pharmaceutical companies to develop, synthesize the molecules, find small molecules, and accelerate them for further drug discovery, drug design, discovery, and development.
Okay.
Another interesting point is that AI-driven improvements in efficiency and revenue generation, because any country which would definitely focus on that area, right? So that revenue generation could contribute over $250 billion in 5 years. In next 5 years, so it could contribute, the revenue generation could be contributed by AI over $250 billion.
Okay. That's
So
a
this is what
whopping sum.
this is what anticipated in that way.
Okay.
Not only this, AI in pharma sustainability. You might have heard the carbon emission and all. This AI plays a vital role in this as well. How? AI analyzes factory activities, that whatever the company's activities, to identify the green gas house emission to reduce pollution.
Okay, while even producing the medicine.
Yes.
Okay, right.
So carbon emission is a big concern.
Right.
So in order to reduce that carbon emission, this AI analyzes the factory activities and identifies the greenhouse gas emissions as well.
What competencies do you think will now become non-negotiable, for the researchers who are into pharmacology and other things?
Well, ma'am, non-negotiable competencies for the researchers will be like AI. A person must know about AI and computation literacy, like framing hypotheses, making models, checking for hallucinations, and statistics as well. Then secondly, data fluency, understanding the fair data. So it's not that some data, it should be authentic. Thirdly, interdisciplinary communications. Breakthroughs now happen at intersections like pharmacy plus computer science plus medicine plus engineering. So this is how that happening across. Science storytelling, of course. Converting complex data into decisions. As I mentioned in the beginning, the data, finally, the AI, what AI does, it converts the data into decisions.
Okay.
So these are the non-negotiable thing in the competencies that definitely a person should learn.
Okay. So do you think, will AI replace doctors and pharmacists in any time in future?
Big no, ma'am. Of course, AI handles pattern recognition and data processing, as we have been talking about, faster than humans. Pattern recognition and data processing, no doubt. But humans handle empathy, ethics, and complex clinical judgment. The model is AI with clinicians, not AI instead of clinicians. It will be AI with clinicians. Definitely not AI instead of clinicians.
Great. So, what are the challenges in integrating AI into healthcare as such, sir? Is there anything?
Yes, ma'am. There are challenges being faced, no doubt, that should be addressed. Integration, incorporation of AI data into existing systems. Interpretation of AI data. Bias, again. If training data lacks diversity, AI will give biased genomics. So that it's directly proportional to whatever the data we give, that should be the result would be accordingly. Explainability. Doctors won't trust black box predictability.
So what is that?
Just simply they don't, whatever they will diagnose and they will predict the history and this diagnosis. It's just like that, whatever the AI chatbots or whatever they won't go according to that.
Okay.
Simply. Data quality and privacy. AI needs large, clean, unbiased data sets, as I spoke a moment ago. Patient data is sensitive, of course. Then regulatory clarity. FDA and all still evolving guidelines for AI, ML, AI, machine learning based medical devices and software.
Okay.
So regulatory clarity, again, the biggest challenge I could say. Trust and adoption. Clinicians and patients need explainable AI. Like it should not be vague. There should not be any ambiguity. It should be very clear cut. Only then clinicians could assess, diagnose the particular patients, especially we were talking about personalized medicines,
right,
to go for specific treatment, patient-specific treatment. Then finally needs skilled laborers, no doubt. Shortage of qualified persons. As of now, frankly speaking, we are short of qualified persons. So that's again the biggest challenge. So needs skilled laborers to get them equipped, trained, learned. Only then this AI can be
put to use. Yeah.
Put to use. In that.
And then how do we now balance this tradition, AI-driven pharmacy, and also while mainly covering those ethical standards, sir?
Okay. So before I would share the closing point of the discussion, how to balance traditional and AI-driven pharmacy. Traditional pharmacy discovery took 3 to 5 years for lead identification so far, in the past years. Whereas AI screens millions of compounds in silico in weeks. In silico, of course, I would like to explain about that. In silico is an approach where drugs are designed. Whatever the drugs are designed, customized drugs, you can say. No, that customized drugs will be subjected to drug binding, docking, as I said, docking for interaction. So the affinity between the designed drug with that of the receptor, protein receptor, we talked about protein as well. So the affinity should be high. That's what we call binding score. So based on the binding score, a drug's efficacy can be assessed. This is what in silico approach. This in silico gives us an idea about the drug's efficacy, how much it binds with the receptor. That's the main target, because that's the main dysfunction. The protein is the main dysfunction of the thing.
Okay, so diseases. We can, be more specific about what kind of treatment the person needs.
Yes, exactly. Right. Drugs, even the chemical libraries. So at a time, you can say, as I just mentioned, that millions of compounds in silico, this thing AI can generate based on this kind of thing. Like the medicinal chemist can target one at a time, whereas AI helps us 1 lakh, like making chemical libraries, I could say, at a time with the same structure that could be modified in a different way, and it can produce, design, customize around 1 lakh and 1 million compounds at a time. So
it will give you all probabilities.
Out of which a medicinal chemist can assess which one is the most active with that affinity, with the docking score, and with that, then they will go for the further clinical trials to bring it into the market.
So that will become more interesting. You need 1A, 1B, and 1C.
Exactly. It also, protein predicts protein structures via AlphaFold, because that's the one, as I just mentioned. It also generates novel molecules with desired properties. I want this cancer or this particular virus to be targeted. So that desired property can be achieved through AI also by modifying whatever the pharmacophore, we could say, whatever the particular part of the structure, molecular structure, chemical structure, I could say. Then it cuts early stage cost and failure rate, because that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Attempting many times, wasting time and cost, spending a lot of money. So that cuts the early stage cost. As far as ethical safeguards, which you asked, ma'am, it is very important to know ethics of AI, genomics, and digital healthcare through regulatory and ethical intelligence. So that will help us to understand the ethical safeguards.
Right. Sir, when we were speaking about pharmacology, these bringing out medicines, making faster medicines and newer medicines, and as we also spoke about cost cutting. So that is one major vision of our Prime Minister as well. So as you know, India has the biggest healthcare, Ayushman Bharat, and also we have this Jan Aushadhi, wherein people are now able to get the same kind of compound medicines in a lesser price. So how do you see this scheme?
Yeah, ma'am. It's really a great initiative by our Honorable PM, sir. This Jan Aushadhi is now getting popularized, of course. Still, it has to be set in each and every part of the country. In northern side, it's almost the many parts of this it's there, but still in south, I could say that few more this has to be focused in order to cope up with the Western, other medicines in the medical shop as well. So this definitely Jan Aushadhi awareness, is to reach out the community a lot.
Okay.
I could say.
So now we also spoke about AI being very helpful, in identifying and personalization of treatment and other things. So we also know that whenever you have a new drug, we are supposed to do a clinical trial, either on a animal or any other living being. So do you think AI can do away with this clinical trial, or do you think it is still essential to do one?
No, of course, AI assists this clinical trial process, of course, but without the animal experimentation, a researcher could not get into clinical trials straight away. First of all, any drug to be assessed for its potency or for its activity, that has to be experimented with animals, with the smaller animals or larger animals, and then it can be entered into the clinical part. So once, if it passes with animals and if it exhibits its property or activity, then the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trials should undergo, and it can come up into the market if it is really potent and safe drug.
Right. So now that you're the director of a very prestigious institution, how do you see our universities on par with that of a foreign university, sir, especially when it comes to pharmacy? Do you think we are gearing up as well? Because as of now, you see a lot of Indians are into many of those labs set up across the world.
Yeah, ma'am. In fact, our Indian universities are doing great job, no doubt, at par with the international universities. In my research area, that is marine algae, as I was just focusing on, Chinese, Japanese and Korean. So these three countrymen, these people emphasize more on this marine algal discovery research, because the sea coastal, because it's like marine algae can be procured from the sea coastal thing where the ocean is there. So in the same way, we are also as good as the marine algal research. So whatever they do, and we are even working on it and bringing the research very more productive and more useful. So in the days to come, definitely we people could come up with more and more as the Chinese do, because really they do a lot of research on marine algae and other things, and we can equally compete with them, and a lot of scope. Of course, no doubt, India as an is the big source of natural products.
Right. And just to finally wind up, so what do you see as the pharmacy students' future, sir? If I'm a student right now and I really wanted to get into pharmacy, what do you think is my scope in the future? So what are all the benefits of getting into this particular area of study?
Yes, ma'am. Even as I was just telling, the future healthcare, that is, future healthcare depends on the future pharmacist. So I also conveyed that future healthcare won't be natural versus AI, but it will be natural knowledge plus AI capability plus clinical expertise. So for that, the future budding pharmacist should understand the requirement. They should forecast. They should assess the need of the future healthcare by using AI tool, and they have to explore, and they have to become they have to understand that non-negotiable competencies to learn and to come up with that. And the career aspects for them, for the future pharmacist, of course, in addition to the medical representative and other things, which are normal career aspects, now they can become AI analyst. even. Like whatever the prototype, whatever, to talk about, to emphasize on the startups. If you look at in that angle, prototype, whatever the new innovation model the pharmacist bring, so that can be searched for the ideathon. So that can be checked for the scalability in the future, whether it is really, it will be viable in the industry, in the market or not. And then they can go for a startup in that way.
Okay.
So this is a big chance, big prospective for the future pharmacist. In addition to that, they can go for production in the pharmaceutical companies. They can become the research associates, and then they can work as even the medical coding and other. These are all the various other things.
Okay, so there is a lot of scope available in the industry, right?
So many scope available. Yeah. To conclude this topic, future healthcare won't be natural versus AI. Because as I was thinking, past naturals and present AI make future healthcare. This future healthcare won't be natural versus AI. It will be natural knowledge plus AI capability plus clinical expertise working together. I would like to emphasize on that. Natural knowledge, that is knowledge about the plant products or marine-based drugs. AI capability, how it could mine them, plus clinical expertise working together with that. So the goal is faster, cheaper and more personalized care without losing the safety and trust built over centuries.
Thank you so much, sir. That was very insightful, because this was one untapped industry that we've not much spoken about. So thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure is mine, ma'am, and really I am very glad to share some of my knowledge in this forum about this AI in pharmacy for future healthcare.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Titled The Digital Apothecary. Participating in the interview was Dr.S. Sadish Kumar, Professor and Director, ITS College of Pharmacy, Ghaziabad. He was interviewed by me, M. Rajarajeshwari. This program came to you from the studios of Akashvani, Chennai.